Hello, everybody. Hi there. I'm Ron Sandak, and it's my distinct pleasure to introduce our Grand Marshal and dignitary, Lanny Boffo. Lanny went to Pierce Downer Elementary School, went to Herrick Junior High, graduated from Downers Grove North, and then became two different pro wrestlers, Leaping Lanny and The Genius. And I think he was the genius when he beat Hulk Hogan in 1989 for some intergalactic belt or championship. Lanny now writes kids' books and tours all over the United States, warning children against using smoking, drugs, and alcohol. He's really a great goodwill ambassador. And because he comes and hails from Downers Grove, he's our goodwill ambassador. So it's my pleasure on this 175th anniversary of the settling of our town and this beautiful day to introduce Lanny Boffo, everybody.
Pierce Downer made his pilgrimage in 1832. He found his grove of destiny where mighty oak trees grew. He was a native of Vermont, then drifted to New York, moving westward through Chicago till the trail made a fork. Then at the age of 50, Pierce Downer staked his claim and built the first log cabin on the land that bears his name. His daughter came to join him, followed by his wife and son. Together on a dairy farm, their new life had begun. When the Black Hawk War had ended, other settlers arrived. They came to sow the fallow soil, and most of them survived. The Potawatomi natives here were always treated well. It was a peaceful coexistence, as our history will tell. When Lincoln went to Washington, the Civil War began. Downers Grove was with the Union and the brotherhood of man. Israel and Avis Blodgett owned a blacksmith shop and farm. They led the abolitionists to keep the slaves from harm. They inspired friends and neighbors to be vigilant and brave in the aiding and abetting and the freeing of the slave. The Blodgett home and artifacts should always be preserved to show future generations how humanity was served. Downers Grovians were active in the war between the states. They suffered many casualties, as history relates. Captain Walter Blanchard led 119 men as they battled into Ringgold Gap, ne'er to return again. In the Main Street Cemetery, our captain's name is there, along with certain pioneers whose victories we share. In 1863, Pierce Downer passed away, after his wife Lucy Downer died before him just a day. Then came the mighty Burlington, the famed CB&Q. It pierced the heart of Downers Grove, but helped our dreams come true. It turned our bedroom village that fed Chicagoland into 50,000 citizens pursuing what they'd planned. I studied at Pierce Downer School and Herrick Junior High, then took 4 years at DGN before I said goodbye. But I remember Downers Grove as something very good, with lots of friendly faces in my peaceful neighborhood. There may have been some negatives. Now where shall I begin? Our winter months get pretty cold. I hope our Cubbies win. But 60515 or 6, or sometimes even 7, on a scale from 1 to 10, our village scores 11. I thank you, Mayor Ron Sandak, and the village council too. Here's to progress and tradition. Downers Grove, we all love you. Thank you.
Hello, wave at the people. Jeez.